How y'all doing with Pokemon Monsters, Hedgehogs, and Creation Bones of the Powerbunk Gamer here, and first of all, I know I want to apologize for this weird angle, compared to my regular one. It's just cable management. I'm recording off my phone, so, you know, I have to charge it, whatever. So, apologize in advance for that, but whatever. You're not here for that. You're here for the Zelda video, and I'm gonna give it to you. It's Zelda month after all. This time we're talking about The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. And, there's some kind of confusion over what happened to that land. Well, see, the land of Hyrule, like in all of the other games, is different from the land in Skyward Sword. And last week, I said that the land in Hyrule was, well, not the land in Hyrule, but Skyloft from Skyward Sword was actually the city in the sky from Twilight Princess. I had no evidence backing that up, or, you know, anything of the sort. But I said that it was, and, you know, it was just a gut feeling. I went with it. This time, though, I'm not here to talk about Skyloft or anything like that at all. Instead, I'm here to talk about the Sacred Realm in The Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time, and how I think that the land in Skyward Sword is actually the Sacred Realm. So, first of all, before I go into this theory, I thought for the people that don't remember or, you know, don't know what the Sacred Realm is, that I'd give them a little description. The Sacred Realm, and I'm quoting this from ZeldaWiki.org. The Sacred Realm, also known as the Golden Land, is a holy world connected to the land of Hyrule, said to be the resting place of the Triforce. The three golden goddesses, once they finished creating Hyrule, left a symbol of their strength, the Triforce, before departing for the heavens, and the land where they left behind the Golden Power was said to be the Sacred Realm. So, why do I think that the Golden Land, the Sacred Realm, why do I think that the Sacred Realm is actually the same as Skyward Sword's land? Well, in this game, not in this game, like Link to the Past specifically, or Skyward Sword specifically, there is a, it says that it's kind of a parallel dimension, and what a parallel dimension would mean to me specifically would basically, for me, it would mean, you know, it's exactly the same as the first dimension, however, it's, different, if that makes any sense. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, in Twilight Princess, there's the woods, there's Faron Woods, which houses the Forest Temple, there's Elden Volcano, which houses the Volcano Temple, and there is the Lake Hylia that houses the Water Temple. So, it could possibly, Skyward Sword, in my opinion, is actually the Sacred Realm, and is the land that houses the Triforce. Because it houses the Triforce, Link, Skyward Sword chronologically, like in the timeline, is the first game in the series. So that would mean that Link, originally in Skyward Sword, got the Triforce from there, and the Triforce is canonically said to have originated from the Sacred Realm. So it would make sense that Link, when he gets the Triforce for the first time in Skyward Sword, gets the Triforce from the Sacred Realm, which is the land in Skyward Sword. The other thing is how everything seems familiar. Now, I understand, you know, if you want to give an explanation as to why it happened in real life, it was the 25th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda franchise, and that year, you know, they want to make an anniversary game, they want it to kind of connect to the rest of the games, and the best way they found out to do that was kind of reuse some of the old tropes. All of the games really reuse all of the tropes, but whatever, that's not the point. The point is, you know, Skyward Sword uses the Water Temple, which is, I forget what they called it in that game, but there's the Water Temple, there is the, I think the Water Temple was the Ancient Cistern or something like that. There was the Fire Temple, which was Elden Volcano, and then there was the Forest Temple, which was just the Forest Temple. So, they're reusing those, but you know, like canonically, I want to think canonically, all of those appear in the other games. Well, how could that be? The other games are set in Hyrule, this game is set in somewhere else, and because the Sacred Realm is sometimes referred to as a mirror or a parallel dimension, I think that this is actually the Sacred Realm, as this is the first place that Link gets the Triforce, and this is also the first place that, this is also the place where everything is, all of the Forest Temple, the Water Temple, the Fire Temple, all of the land of Hyrule is here, basically minus Hyrule Field. Everything in Skyward Sword is there except for Hyrule Field, which, gameplay wise, thank God, it was a pain in the butt to get through Hyrule Field, but whatever, that's not the point. The point is, my two legs that this theory stands on is that canonically Link gets the Triforce for the first time ever in Skyward Sword, and he gets the Triforce in the Sacred Realm, which, well, what I'm calling the Sacred Realm. That would be the realm of the, of the Skyward Sword, the land in Skyward Sword. It also makes sense, because in Ocarina of Time, the only way to reach the Sacred Realm is going through the Temple of Time, and Skyloft has its own Temple of Time. In that game, it is used for, something else. It's to go into the other place. But Twilight Princess has a Temple of Time, and that one's not really, it doesn't say anything about the Sacred Realm there. My main leg that stands on, here's the third leg, is Ocarina of Time. In Ocarina of Time, the Sacred Realm is said to be, reachable by going to the Temple of Time, finding all the spiritual stones, and, getting the Master Sword, knowing the Song of Time to get in there, all of that. You have to, know that and everything, and then you can get in, and then you can go and get to the Sacred Realm, where the Triforce is hidden, so you can get that Triforce. And in that, you can get, when you get the Triforce, it's in the Sacred Realm. Link gets the Triforce in Skyward Sword for the first time ever in the land of Skyloft. And the other thing is, in Twilight Princess, I'm actually gonna cut to that little part of this. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. My bad. Basically in Twilight Princess, I'm just gonna zip on over there. In Twilight Princess, the Light Spirit Lanayru tells Link that it's related to the Dark Interlopers. In the story, Lanayru shows Link images of the creation of Hyrule by the Golden Goddesses, as well as the Sacred Realm itself. He talks about how, it's a beautiful place and how the Triforce came into being. The goddesses then descended upon the chaotic world and granted peace and life, and they granted equal power to all living beings. They returned to the heavens. They returned to a land in the heavens that became known as the Sacred Realm. For ages, the people lived content in mind and body, but soon word of the Sacred Realm spread across the world, and along with that, stories of the Triforce spread around too, and tales talked about how it could make mortal dreams come true, and would grant the wishes of whoever it held as long as they lived. Everybody wanted the Triforce's power, and, it was war, it was horrible, until the Dark Interlopers attempted to seize control of the Sacred Realm and take the Triforce for their own by using the Fused Shadow, sparking a civil war. As the war dragged on, the Light Spirits intervened and chased the Dark Interlopers into the Twilight, locking them away in the Twilight Realm, and shattering the Fused Shadow into those fragments that you get in that game. As time goes on, the Interlopers grow into the Twilight. Lanayru finished his tale by warning Link that those who do not know the dangers of wielding power will soon be ruled by it instead. Cool. Basically, the Sacred Realm houses the Triforce. Link, canonically, gets the Triforce, canonically, for the first time in Skyward Sword. He also reaches the Sacred Realm in Ocarina of Time, and I say it's a parallel dimension, which would explain how there are all these, So basically, Link gets the Triforce canonically in Skyward Sword first. He gets the he gets the Triforce first. It's his first adventure, really, is Skyward Sword, in where he first obtains the Triforce. He obtains that Triforce in the land of Skyward Sword, which I believe to be the Sacred Realm, and also in A Link to the Past and in Ocarina of Time. The Sacred Realm is said to be like Hyrule, you know, it's like a parallel dimension kind of thing, and it's considered a myth, but I think it's actually real, and it's the land of Skyward Sword. But I consider it to be sort of like a mirror dimension. Excuse me. I consider it to be a mirror dimension, and that mirror dimension will, you know, obviously look like the land it is mirroring, which would explain how Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess and all the other things have the same temples, forest, and the same areas: Elden Volcano, the Water Temple, the Forest Temple, etc., etc. So there's, you know, it explains how there's all of that there. And then it's also the Temple of Time in Ocarina of Time is said to be the link between the Sacred Realm and Hyrule. And wouldn't you know it, the land of Skyward Sword just so happens to have its own Temple of Time gate that can only be reached by playing a certain song on a certain musical instrument. Except the musical instrument is different this time. Instead of an ocarina, it's a harp, but you get my point. So guys, what do you think of my theory? In short, guys, well, not yet. What do you think of my theory? Do you think I'm correct? Do you think I'm wrong? Like this video if you like this video. Comment below, do you think I'm correct? Do you think I'm wrong? Or do you have your own theory as to what happened to the land of Skyward Sword? Share with your friends to know about bad YouTubers such as myself, and subscribe for alerts when new videos come out, including videos like this where I talk in front of a mic, gaming videos, and this month, all videos Zelda. As I promised, at the end of this video, I am telling you guys what the next couple of videos are going to be about, so let me just tell you guys that real quick. So guys, the next couple of Zelda month videos are going to be about a couple things, so let me guys tell you the next one. The next one is going to be on a recurring temple in the Zelda franchise, and the one right after that is going to be about the 7 sages. If you want to find out exactly what those theories are on those topics, then you'll have to stick around to find out exactly what they are. So guys, like I said earlier, like this video if you like this video. Comment below, do you think my theory is correct or incorrect? And also comment, how hype are you for the next theories? Share with your friends to know about bad YouTubers such as myself, and subscribe for alerts when new videos come out, including videos like this where I talk in front of a mic, gaming videos, and this month, all videos Zelda. So guys, in short, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I am the PowerPoint Gamer. My lights are out.